Basement Intruder. Christmas Eve was always a joyous time for the narrator's family. At 12 years old, he loved the festive chaos that came with having uncles, aunts, and cousins filling the house. This particular year, he was reluctantly helping his mother prepare dinner while his dad stayed out of the way, bedridden with a bad cold. As the smell of roasted duck filled the air, his favorite cousins, Chris and Valerie, arrived, bringing along a new PlayStation game, Driver 2. Eager to escape kitchen duty, he dashed upstairs to his room with Chris and Valerie to play. But just as they were getting into the game, his mom's voice cut through their fun, summoning him back downstairs. The weight of holiday responsibilities was heavy on her, and she needed him to grab the stuffing from the basement. The narrator headed down to the dimly lit basement, a space he found both thrilling and eerie. The basement doubled as a makeshift pantry, with shelves full of jars, boxes, and holiday staples. But as he rummaged through, something unusual caught his eye, a blanket draped over a figure in the corner near the sofas. At first, he thought it was just a poorly placed stack of blankets or pillows, but the shape seemed too human-like. His initial assumption was simple. This had to be one of his mischievous cousins, Chris or Valerie, hiding to scare him. Smiling to himself, he tiptoed closer, expecting them to leap out with a scream. But as he approached, a chilling realization crept over him. The figure wasn't moving. Before he could investigate further, the lights abruptly went out, plunging the basement into darkness. He froze, his breath quickening. From upstairs, he heard the basement door slam shut. Panic began to rise, but determination took over. Assuming this was part of his cousin's prank, he decided to turn the tables. In the darkness, he quietly stepped toward the covered figure, yanked the blanket off, and screamed to scare them. But what he uncovered wasn't his cousin at all. It was an old, disheveled man with matted hair and a gaunt, wild-eyed face. Before he could react, the man lunged, gripping the boy's neck with startling strength. For a brief moment, the narrator thought this could still be some elaborate joke, but the man's powerful grip and silence told him otherwise. Panic set in, and he screamed for help as the man tightened his hold. Suddenly, the basement door swung open, flooding the room with light. The intruder let go and bolted through the backyard basement door, disappearing into the snowy night. Family members rushed downstairs to find the boy shaking and in tears. Two uncles dashed outside, scanning the backyard and neighboring properties, but the man had vanished. The police arrived shortly after and concluded the intruder was likely a homeless man seeking refuge from the cold. They mentioned similar reports in the area, though that offered little comfort to the shaken family. Lesson learned. The experience left an indelible mark on the family. For the narrator, the basement, once a place of childhood curiosity, became a source of fear. The family vowed never to leave any doors or windows unlocked again, even in the perceived safety of the holiday season. While the warmth and laughter of Christmas Eve returned in subsequent years, a lingering unease always accompanied the sound of footsteps in the house or the faint creak of the basement stairs. This terrifying encounter served as a stark reminder that even in the glow of Christmas lights, the unexpected could still lurk in the shadows.